Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I am here today with Serge, Greg, and the man, the myth, the legend himself, Maka. Merrick, what are you saying, fam?
I'm here to bless the podcast. I'm here to bless the podcast.
Okay, okay. Well, as you can tell by the kits that two of our British mans are wearing, it is going to be a topic of Arsenal versus Manchester City. It is going to be an interesting game. In the beginning of the season, we probably thought that it would be a game between the two title contenders. As of right now, it's not looking that way, so that is a surprise, I would say. But you never know. The season is long still. You never know what can happen. But what we're going to be doing today is we are going to be doing a combined 11 of Arsenal versus Manchester City. Same as previous episodes, we each have our own lineups that we came up with before we started to record. Majority rules: if three people have a specific player in there, he then goes into our final ultimate combined lineup of the two teams. Pretty straightforward, okay? Me and Serge are the unbiased mans, I guess, here, kind of. The other two are going to be repping their team. So if it is like a 50-50 or anything like that, depending on the best argument, maybe me and Serge can, like, I don't know, switch our answers. You never know. But yeah, that's basically it, boys. Okay, so you guys ready?
All right, let's do it.
Okay.
Do it.
As always, we are going to be starting off at goalkeeper. Okay, so I will start off with Greg. Greg, who was your goalie?
My goalie is Jens Lehmann.
Interesting.
He's a
The
legend.
the invincible man.
Yeah, invincible.
Interesting.
Great goalkeeper overall.
Okay. Any specific reason why you chose like Lehman instead of Seaman, for example?
I just think he's more of a quality keeper, man. Like
Yeah.
Seaman, I don't know. I didn't watch like either of them in their prime, obviously,
Yeah.
but yeah, the invincible thing.
So
I
is
guess.
is this answer based on like who do you think is better out of the two, or who like you like more?
Who I've seen more. I've seen more of
Okay.
Lehmann than Seaman. I haven't seen much of Seaman, so I can't really
Okay.
talk to Seaman.
So you think
Fair.
Lehman is better?
From what I've seen, I guess.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair.
All right. Before I go to the city man, Serge, who did you offer as your goalie?
Mine was Ederson. Seaman, I didn't watch him a lot, to be honest, and the only memory I really have of him is his howler in the World Cup against Brazil.
Well,
When,
do you?
when Ronaldinho scored that cross.
Oh, is that the free
Um,
kick?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
the
a free
free
kick.
kick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
So,
Seaman.
I
Oh
mean,
my days.
yeah, so obviously my opinion of him is not so great. Lemon was great. I liked him in Germany and at Arsenal, but the impact of Ederson as well as his trophy cabinet and just how big of a difference he made as a goalkeeper in world football because of his ball playing ability set him apart from the rest for sure.
Fair. Yeah. And then Merrick, who did you offer as your goalie?
Yeah, I mean, I think the ones that we mentioned so far are all pretty like standout goalies, but I went with Eddie mainly just because I don't know, man, the impact that he's had in the modern game, where you are now seeing like big clubs, mid-table clubs, even like small, bottom of the table clubs going for goalkeepers that can play with the ball on their feet. Like it's just changed the way clubs are looking at what kind of goalie they're looking to have. His passing is better than a lot of midfielders, and I don't know. He's just been consistent for a period of like 7 years now at the club, playing at the highest level. So for me, I have Eddie mainly because of that, but also like the trophy cabinet also reflects that too.
I have a question for you. Let's say, because Ederson was close to leave this summer, right, to Saudi. Let's say he does
Yeah,
leave,
yeah.
and your first goalie is then Ortega. Do you think that would be like a big drop off in terms of quality from Ederson to Ortega, or not really?
I've seen him play for like a couple of weeks, but I haven't seen him play like 38, 45, 50 games. So I don't know if he can keep that level as much as like Ederson did, because Ederson is pretty much steady. I think he
Yeah,
would deserve to keep that number one.
he came in clutch for you guys, especially against Sun. I know.
But
Greg
that's what.
remembers
But
that one v
so
one.
no, but that's what I mean. So he's a clutch player, right? Like we've
Some
seen him have
sold,
like that's an Arsenal man say, but
No,
I don't know,
Son
man.
sold, man. Let's be real. Son never
No,
misses
that's
that chance.
that's a crazy say, brother. The guy basically had to do the splits for that. Can you do the splits? I can't do the splits.
Bro, come on. Son will never shoot that near post. He will always shoot that far post. I don't know why he shot that near post.
Bro, he was
Crazy.
insecure. Like it's a big moment, Like the guy was insecure. He just shot it like
Clearly.
that. But I
That's
would
The
years.
history. The
I would
history of
say
the Tottenham.
honorable mention though Joe Hart though, because he was part of that revolution at the club. and he was
Yeah.
there. Honestly, only reason he got kicked out was because of his inability to play with the ball on his feet.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, honorable mention to Joe Hart there.
Yeah. Well, I had Ederson as well. So 3 Ederson. You basically said everything. Like in terms of like ball playing capabilities, like in the EPL, Pep literally wanted a goalie that was able to do that. Anderson is one of the best, if not the best. You got to take a look at the trophies as well, bro. Like Ederson has 6 EPLs, Seaman has 3, for example.
I mean, I'm happy with Ederson. To be honest, I would have chose Ederson as my second option.
I
I
feel
just
like
have to be more biased, I think.
I feel like goalie between these two teams is probably like one of the weakest spots, I would say. You know, like there's so much
Yeah.
quality overall in the attacking and midfield and defense. Like goalie is a little bit where they're like no true like legends, if you know what I mean. Okay, so Ederson is our goalie for this combined 11. Now from goalie, we're going to be going to our left back. Serge, who did you opt for your left back?
I'm not gonna sing the song. It's Ashley Cole. But we all know the song. He's a Chelsea.
Yep.
Yeah.
Anyway.
No, fair, yeah. Yeah.
Yo,
Merrick,
I said
who did
Ashley
you-
Cole as well, but I don't know. Like that's a Chelsea legend, so
Come on.
He's
That's an
also a
invincible.
Chelsea legend.
you know. But I did go Ashley Cole left back. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
think
no,
that
fair.
one has too much thought behind it.
City
you-
had Kolarov, right?
Yeah,
The
Kolarov,
only one that I
Clichy.
can think about.
Clichy,
He
Zabaleta.
was also at Arsenal before.
Yeah,
Zabaleta right back, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
He switched sometimes, but yeah, Kolarov is probably
Yeah,
like our next left back.
My favorite though was Cancelo at City, bro. I loved him, especially that one season. That one
He
season
was
when he was tearing it
nice.
apart.
But he's such a prick, man.
Yeah. But
So,
yeah, Greg, who was yours? I assume Ashley, Cashley,
Cashley Cole. Cashley Cole.
Cashley Cole. Yeah.
No
Clean
brainer.
sweep.
Greg, who would you put if it wasn't Ashley Cole?
It's grim. I can't lie.
Zinchenko.
I can't even think about
You put Zinni there?
Lee Dixon? Isn't Lee Dixon a left back? Or
He
is
was
he
a right back. He was a right back. Because even like when I think about like the Emirates era, it's like Nacho
Yeah.
Monreal. Like it's nothing nice, you know. Like City didn't have nothing nice either.
All right, well, boys, I had Ashley Cole as well, so that's a clean sweep. Like arguably one of the best left backs of all time, you could say. You know, so
Yeah, for sure. I think best Premier League left back.
I can mention the second best left back probably will be Nigel Winterburn. I read about him, Tony Adams, and Lee Dixon being a very famous back four for Arsenal before we were born, of course. So I think he would be, not from watching him, but from just his reputation, I think he would be the next best, probably.
Yeah, I agree.
That's a good show.
Yeah, left back is a tough position, man. We both struggle with that position.
Ashley Cole is our left back. No surprise there, honestly. From left back, we're going to be going to our right back. All right, Merrick, who is your right back?
It has to be Walker. It has to be
best in
I just
EPL
think
history,
for a couple best right back. I mean, yeah, honorable mentions to Gary Neville, but I just think if you were to pick again the best right back on the pitch, physical attributes, just performance, what you want in a right back, I don't know if you would pick Neville over Walker. Neville does some things better, like he passes better than Walker, and his intricate play is better. But if I'm looking to go up against the best wingers, in a match, I want Walker there.
Yeah.
So for me, it's Walker. I never seen like a fullback like that dominant, where like he's just super strong, super fast, passing a little suspect, but his defensive attributes make up for it, which is what you want in a fullback. So
fair. Serge, who was yours?
For me, it was also Walker. I consider Lee Dixon, but Walker, I've watched more, and I honestly he's kept a very consistent top level throughout his career.
Yeah.
And like Merrick said, he is more capable on the defensive side of the game, but one-on-one, there might not be a better defender than him. He's physically superior to most players, and his speed, just the way he plays, and his trophy cabinet as well. Right, that put him over Lee Dixon for me.
No, fair. Yeah. Greg, who was yours?
Kyle Walker. What Merrick was saying, though, I don't know if I would even put Neville second. Like,
Who would you put second? Interesting topic.
maybe Trent, to be honest.
Oh
All
wow.
time?
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, yo, listen, I know Neville's a legend. Let's not get it
Whoa.
twisted. But Trent is one of the main guys for Liverpool, and this is a great Liverpool team, to be honest. Like Neville was not a main guy. He was great player, but back then the fullback was nowhere near as important as it is now. You know, and
Whoa. But
the type of shit
man,
he's
like
doing,
10
Trent
years
is
at
probably
United.
the second best right back for me
But
in the Prem.
the 10 plus years at United, him and Beckham on that one side when they were cooking. Oh, I
I
don't
hear it.
know.
I
I think
hear it.
longevity. I think from ability wise, yeah, I would say Trent. But I think longevity wise, I don't think Trent has played enough for me to
Mm.
say all time he's better than Gary Neville. I just don't think he's done it long enough.
Yeah. Well, I had Walker as well, bro. So clean sweep again.
Clean sweep again.
Both the fullbacks clean sweeps. Yeah, for me, Walker is probably the best right back in EPL history. Gary Neville would be second for me. The only thing about Walker I wanted to mention as well, I throughout my time watching him, I think his recovery pace bailed him out a lot of times.
He's been
Like his
wilding out this year.
positioning. No, but like even before, I feel like his positioning wasn't always the best, bro. But that's the
Mhm.
thing. Like if you have if you have that type of recovery pace, but like by all means, then use it to the best of your advantage.
So
Obviously, you know what I mean.
so
But
when he first came in, right, we would play a back four, and then it would be a high line of a back three, right, and then Walker kind of moves up a little bit. So
yeah,
when we get caught on counterattacks, he recovers with his pace. It's not so much like beating a man like dead on when they're like starting at the same place. It's okay recovery to that,
yeah,
catching other players out of position. Now that that's kind of going away, you're kind of seeing him getting exposed because his positioning might
yeah,
not be the best, but his physical prowess bailed him out, and honestly bailed our defense for quite a long time. So
yeah. No, he was a cheat
I
code.
agree
He
with
was a
that.
cheat code.
He was a hack,
He,
to be honest.
yeah, he was
I
a cheat
wouldn't
code.
say I wouldn't say so. I wouldn't talk about his pace or his natural ability as a negative thing. I would say that it enabled City to play the way that they do,
Yeah,
and they
Hundred
were
percent.
smart in using it in that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
he was crucial.
no, for sure.
Knowing that you can have someone that can catch up to anybody if the ball goes in behind relieves a
Yeah,
huge amount of pressure.
for sure, bro. Because it's like peace of mind. You're like, yo, like I know if someone's on a counter attack, I know that I have this beast that will probably
Yeah.
catch up to him. The only thing with that is like when you're so reliant on your physical power when
Hmm.
you get older, like he is right now. It's interesting to see like the quality how it shifts. Right now, he's not
Yeah.
as fast. Right, so that's the thing. It's going to be interesting to see how he like manages with that now. Right, so. Alrighty. Well, Walker is our right back, like I said. Now we are going to be going to our CB duos, okay? So both your CBs. Who is your CB duo?
Sol Campbell and Tony Adams.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Interesting.
of
Okay.
course, Mr. Arsenal.
Yeah, no, fair. Before I go to the city, man, Serge, who was yours?
I had Mr. Arsenal and Mr. Man City, Company and Adams.
Okay.
Fair.
And then Merrick?
I actually had Company and Adams as well.
Greg, is there any specific reason why you didn't have company in there, for example?
Biased. It's just straight up.
That's fucking hilarious. This guy, man.
That's crazy.
I actually forgot about Company. Honestly, like I probably would have picked Company if I thought about him. I wasn't, I guess, thinking too deeply into City's legends, but
It's never too late, broski.
um, someone else I thought about was Colo.
Colo?
Yeah, Colo.
I thought this guy was going to say a city man, bro. I was like, all right,
He
okay.
technically played for City too.
He technically played for us too, to be honest.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I opted for Mr. Arsenal and Mr. City as well. Adams and company. Bro.
Yo, but how much Tony Adams did you watch though?
No, we didn't watch much. Like,
We didn't watch him, but
bits and pieces. That's the thing.
So
The reputation alone.
the reputation. Okay.
Mr. Arsenal, and think about it. What other city center back could probably be better?
Like
Yeah,
when I'm
the-
doing mine, I'm looking at titles as well a little bit. You know what I mean? Like so.
The only other center back that I would actually put after Vinny from our side, which is an honorable mention, is probably Diaz. To be honest with you, still young and he's still
Over
playing,
Stones?
but
yeah,
Diaz is a better center back than Stones. Yeah, no doubt about it.
Yeah.
The impact that
I
he had
agree
when he
with-
first
I,
came is
I,
ridiculous.
I agree with that. I agree with that. It's just because Stones has been there longer, no? Right?
Yeah, Stones has been there longer, but Diaz is like the alpha of the center back duo. Like when Diaz first joined, and we had that crazy season, I think they were like the best center back duo for that season. But Stones is like the beta. Stones is following Diaz. Diaz is like the main guy, and you can see how much we suffer when he's not there. So I'll put him as
That
honorable
is a good
mention.
point. Yes, I
Yeah,
overlooked him. I overlooked him.
Yeah. No, I like he's an honorable mention, but I honestly think that he just can't get ahead of the two that we mentioned, bro.
yeah, that's fair.
Company gets in there alone for that goal, that screamer against Leicester, bro.
Y'all are just in Company's defensive like ability. Company is a monster, man. You don't want this guy to come at you shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah,
He was at City from the very early.
Yeah,
I mean, not early years,
Yeah.
of course, but like
the
years,
transformation
the
era.
first few years when, the transformation era, of course. I mean, and he remained there.
Yeah,
They
Yeah.
didn't look out in the market for a new center back because he was just so solid, right?
yeah. He won it with three different managers, right?
Yeah.
Pellegrini, Mancini, and Pep as well, the EPL. So that's just
Yeah.
something like he was a consistent in there in that side.
Both of these guys are EPL Hall of Famers.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
100%.
Okay, Adams and Company. That is our CB duo then. Okay, solid. Now we're gonna go to our midfield. I feel like midfield is gonna be the interesting one, honestly, because it depends.
I agree.
Who was your
Trio,
midfield
okay.
trio?
I have in the double pivot, I have Vieira and De Bruyne. At Cam, I have Bergkamp.
Merrick, yours?
So I didn't have a 3, but these are the midfielders that I have. I had to kind of subtract them.
Okay.
KDB is in there for sure. Vieira for sure. This is a little tricky because I have to pick between Silva or Yaya Toure. Consistency, Silva, but when Yaya Toure had those crazy 2 seasons, he was the best midfielder, like probably that we've seen. Like that dude was it. But again, consistency. I got to use that argument. So I'll probably honorable mention Yaya Toure, and I'll probably keep Silva in there.
Okay.
Rodri, honorable mention.
Fair. Greg, what was yours?
I didn't know how to put my midfield because I have like 2 10s, and I don't know. I put one of them as a forward. I ended up choosing like a midfield 3, and then one of my 10s is going to be a forward. But basically KDB Vieira, obviously, and then I had Ozil. It's my favorite player
Okay,
of all time.
so I'm gonna actually.
I could have seen that from a mile away.
Yeah,
So
of course.
I'm actually gonna change mine. I can't lie.
Ozil right there, bro.
This guy changed it as soon as he heard.
No, because we're
Ozil,
doing a
bro.
midfield 3 now. Because I'm gonna keep it consistent with the midfield 3. So I'm gonna have KDB at Cam, and then I'm gonna have Vieira. I'm actually gonna take out Silva. I'm gonna put Vieira and Rodri. I would take Rodri over David Silva, to be honest, even though he's my favorite player.
Beautiful. That is literally mine. I went for KDB, I went for Vieira, and I went for Rodri as well. That's my midfield trio, bro.
Yeah, that's absolute control right there.
Yeah, why Ozil in there?
Bro, honestly, the way Ozil played, man, is just next level. Like, most beautiful player to watch. Probably greatest player of all time, in my opinion. But even though, like,
Wait.
trophies don't-
Talent-wise,
Yeah,
I think he'd say talent-wise.
Oh, okay.
talent-wise, not trophy-wise, not like...
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't know. Some of the things that he does, like, is just insane to me. Like, I don't know.
I
I just
think
can't explain it.
I think when I first saw Ozil play at the 2010 World Cup, I said, "Yo, this guy's gonna be the best player in the world." Kind of didn't live up to that, but he was like one of my favorite players to watch as well.
Was his peak at Arsenal, would you say then?
Yeah, for sure.
I think it was at Madrid.
Mm.
I think it was in his last seasons at Madrid.
Debatable.
I think which season was it that they had the gold stripes, that jersey with
That gold stripe Madrid, yes.
Yeah. That year he was
2012,
insane. It was Mourinho. They lost
It was
the
2012.
semi.
It was 2012.
They lost the semi to Bayern in pens. It was that one, the dramatic
Yeah.
pens one that Ramos skied it. That year Ozil was insane, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Long-haired Ozil with the headband. Yeah, that Ozil was insane. That was
exactly.
ridiculous.
I thought the only other position that was up for grabs would have been the Cam position, or you could shift De Bruyne to Cam and put Rodri, and I considered that as well. But I thought I just preferred Bergkamp. I try not to have my recency bias, affect me. I do like Bergkamp. Bergkamp, I think, is what Greg thinks Ozil is.
Yeah.
And then think about Bergkamp's trophy cabinet with Arsenal. Think about the success that he had with Arsenal compared that to the success that Ozil had with Arsenal.
Yeah.
Like Bergkamp might be top 3 as well for as an Arsenal legend.
Yeah.
So that's why I chose him. But then I also consider Rodri, but I just didn't. I just like my Vieira De Bruyne midfield.
No, fair, yeah.
Pivot.
A little bit on Rodri, Ballon d'Or winner. Like you can tell the importance that he has in the City system, bro. Like it's day and night without him. I think he's in my opinion, like when he first started off at City, he was like purely looked at as like a CDM. You know what I mean? But the last couple of seasons, that brother is like a complete midfielder in my opinion. Now he can do it all.
Yeah, that brother is special. Like,
Yeah.
to constantly put out 8 out of 10s at least, having like big moments and big games, winning us like leagues, important goals, important defensive stops. Like, it just speaks for itself. Honorable mention on that though, Fernandinho.
Yeah,
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 Good.
very
because
good
that,
player,
that
very
that's who
good
he
player as well.
replaced, and you can say that he's not only lived up but arguably like surpassed it. That
Yeah,
guy's a club legend. Won us a Champions League
yeah,
with
no,
that goal.
yeah, exactly, bro. Like, yeah, like I feel like you have to have him there just because of the UCL, the Ballon d'Or as well, the amount of titles that he has, the quality that he has as well, bro. Like I feel like Rodri, especially with the award that he won, like he kind of like cemented himself, bro. And then KDB, bro. Not much to say about KDB, honestly. Like KDB is a chance creating machine, in my opinion, the best midfielder in Premier League history. I just love him, man. I love KDB, bro. He's so good, man. He's so good. He's so good. Up until like a couple of years ago, for me, it was Scholes that was the best in EPL history.
Scholes is
But now
nasty.
it's but now KDB is just like the things that I see from KDB is just I don't know, bro. He's insane. But yeah, so our midfield trio would then be KDB, Vieira, and Rodri.
So you guys
Very
have
balanced.
honorable
So
mentions?
Honorable mentions, like for me, David Silva was the
Okay.
other one that I was thinking of. Obviously, Yaya Toure was up there as well. Obviously, one player that, based off of quality, that I loved as well, Fabregas, for example, for Arsenal.
Yeah,
yeah,
for sure, for
Yeah.
sure, for sure.
yeah.
Um, that's one player
Barca
that we
legend.
haven't mentioned.
Chelsea
Yeah.
legend. Chelsea legend. Trust
Chelsea,
me.
yeah. Is he
He's
more of a
actually a Chelsea
Chelsea?
legend.
Can you say he's more of a Chelsea legend now than an
I think
Arsenal?
so. I think so. For sure. For
Two
sure. I
EPLs
think he
with
even
him,
has more
no?
appearances.
Yeah,
Two.
man.
He has more appearances for Chelsea.
I'm pretty sure. I'll confirm that in a sec.
Damn. But yeah, any other midfielders? I think we mentioned all of them. Honestly, no one else
Mm,
comes to mind or anything like
Um,
that. Santi Cazorla.
I would have.
yeah,
I
yeah,
can't lie.
100%,
I
100%,
love that
Yeah,
guy.
yeah,
I love that guy.
100%.
yeah.
Santi
He
Cazorla
was
for
sick, bro.
sure.
He
Honorable
was sick.
mention there. Gundogan, honorable mention.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Gundogan. Even Bernardo, bro. Silva.
No, he has more with Arsenal. He has more
yeah.
with Arsenal.
No, fair. Okay, so as of right now, then
Okay.
KDB, Vieira, and Rodri is our midfield as of
Mhm.
right now. Okay,
Mhm.
so let's go to right wing, right midfielder, whatever you guys did, depending on your formation,
Got right
basically.
wing.
Yeah, so right wing, right midfielder, whatever it is. So Merrick, what was yours?
Yeah, this one was a tough one. Honorable mention to Sterling.
Hmm.
He did invert sometimes, but I think the best player that probably has touched that position is probably Bernardo. So,
Okay.
and he's the most consistent one.
Okay.
So I would put him there. I'm not too sure of the Arsenal right wings, to be honest with you. So I'm curious to hear what Greg
Yeah.
has to say on that one.
Yeah, Greg, what was yours then? Who did you
I
put
didn't
on the
have.
right?
So here's my thing. I didn't have wingers because
Oh,
what I did was kind of like was kind of like a diamond midfield, like
okay.
with Ozil as a center mid and KDB as the other center mid.
Well, yeah, let's do the wingers and midfielders, and then we'll get to strikers and see what you have as well. I mean, I know your strikers, but the thing is, one of your strikers can be a left winger as well,
You
potentially,
can.
right?
Yeah.
Exactly. So, okay, so let's continue with the right wingers first of all, and then we'll get to that. But Serge, who was yours? Your right
Mine was
wing?
Mahrez. I think I
Honorable
was
mention.
looking at the right wingers for both City and Arsenal, and like Saka, very good. Leonberg, very good. Silva, very good. But Mahrez, I think his quality was superior. Just preference, importance, just right winger, pure right. He was a real right
He was
winger.
a real
You
right
know,
winger.
he
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
suited that position. He wasn't as hybrid as Silva. Saka is also a right winger, but he's not at Mars level yet. And then Leonberg, he's good, but I don't know, just prefer Mars over him.
I went for Mars as well. Yeah, for me, it
Wow.
was between
Okay.
For me, it was between Mahrez and Bernardo. I just opted for Mahrez because he's that pure winger. Pretty underrated, I would say. His first touch was insane, bro. Yeah, Mars
Yeah.
Mars was Mars was different gravy, bro. As of right now, Mars has 2 votes. So if we're doing with wingers, he would be our right winger right now. Okay. Instead of
So
going to our left wing, okay. Instead of going to our left wing, let's do striker. That way, Greg is involved as well with his 2 picks, and then we can talk about left as well. Us that we had a left wing. Okay. So striker. Greg, let us know who your strikers are.
Obviously, Aguero and Henry.
Fair. Yeah. Serge, who was you went with one striker, right? So who was your striker?
Henry.
Okay.
No debate there, I think.
Interesting. So you had Henri as your striker, so you didn't have him as your left winger. Wow.
No,
Okay, so Aguero isn't in your 11 then.
it's not.
Okay, Merrick, who was your striker?
honestly, Henry is on the left wing for me.
Okay, and then your
Yeah.
striker is?
So I was originally gonna go with Aguero, but
Oh,
looking
no,
at the
no.
balance of the team,
Okay.
right? You probably need some diversity in attacking. So if I were to choose either between Aguero or Haaland here, I would probably pick Haaland based on the team that we have on the pitch right now.
Wow.
But
You would put Haaland over Aguero, bro?
I don't
In
think
an
I don't think
all-time
Haaland is
team?
better. I don't think Haaland is a better player, but you need somebody who you can just throw the ball up and header. You need that height, that physical presence. I think Aguero is a better player, but for the balance of this team, I think Haaland is a better fit.
It's up to you. Like you're the one who's deciding, but like
No, it's a
like
it's a tough one. Honestly, it's a tough
if,
one because
if someone came up to you, for example, one day and they're like, "Yo, for striker, you're Man City all-time 11. Who would be your striker? Who would you
it
put
would
in?
be it would be Aguero.
Yeah, that's the
But
thing, bro.
mind you, that's over longevity as well. Like if I want one season, right,
Mm-hmm.
I would probably pick Holland because I have not seen a girl have a better season than Holland had when he first came, when he scored like 56, 57 goals in all competitions.
Mm-hmm.
He has more legendary
Wow.
moments and he's done it more consistently, but he has not had an individual season that's better than Holland's, in my opinion.
Fair enough.
Interesting.
Fair enough.
Yeah, no, like
No, it's a
yeah.
fair thing to consider.
Yeah, no, yeah. I didn't expect you to put Holland over Aguero. I can't lie, bro.
Yeah, I'm honestly kind of like that's the hardest pick for me. I'll be honest because
Yeah, yeah.
Aguero's done it more consistently, but I think if Holland keeps us up for like a couple more seasons, he's gonna be our top goal scorer and he's gonna be the better striker.
If you asked this brother 3 days ago before he renewed his contract, he would have said Aguero, bro. Now that
No,
that
no,
man
oh, no.
signed a
Even
10-year
no,
thing.
no. Honestly, even tonight, I'm still saying Aguero all time, but I'm looking at it from like a tactical point. Who would I rather have win me a match or play an entire season if I have one season to win something? I would put Holland because we've never had a prolific scorer like that ever. It's like 50,
Aguero.
55, but Aguero's never dropped 56, 55 goals in one season. Those
Yeah,
are
but
like
yeah,
Ronaldo Messi. Those are Ronaldo Messi numbers
But he had the best goal to game ratio, no?
per minutes.
Okay, one
That's what I'm
question.
saying.
One
That's
question.
consistently throughout the years.
Yes, sir.
What about Aguero's abilities outside of scoring in comparison to Haaland's abilities outside of scoring?
Clear.
So when Aguero's a better dribbler, better passer, but Aguero was also put on the bench when Pep first came in because of his lack of defense when it comes to applying pressure on the top end, and also Aguero was not really a good trainer.
For this, you're not training them, fam. You just
Regardless, Holland's 56 goals goes to like it
I
speaks
mean,
for
yeah,
itself.
no, yeah, of course, yeah, no, you have a valid point for Haaland
Think
as
about
well.
think
Like, I
about it
can
like
see it as
this.
well.
Think about it like this though. People are saying he's having a bad season this year. He has 19 goals. Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
most Premier League Golden Boot races, you're looking at 20 to 25 goal ranges. If you hit 30 goals, that's an astounding season. So even for him having a poor season in January, already being at the 20 goal mark with Mo Salah, and that's a bad season, speaks for itself.
But then
Right.
doesn't this go back to the argument that we had earlier about Neville and Trent? That like, you know, you were saying Trent doesn't have the longevity and
So 100%.
that
100
Neville had and that.
100%. So Aguero has a longevity, which is like my leaning point as to why I would pick Aguero over Haaland. But Haaland's seasons at City are so freakish that I have to consider putting him there, even though he doesn't have the longevity that Aguero has.
One thing Aguero has over Haaland by a mile is big games, though, as well. You do not take that into play.
100%,
Impact on the team's history.
100%. Legacy impact, 1000%. Aguero, it's not even a conversation on that. You know,
Yeah.
Obviously Haaland is building that legacy now, but if we're talking about getting to that clutch moment, we wouldn't get to those trophies if it wasn't for Haaland's output.
I see
You
that.
know something though?
Yeah.
I think that some Man City teams have been better than the Man City team that won the
That won the
treble.
treble. Yeah, I agree with
Yeah.
that.
Like I think Man City has been better in the past and not have won the Champions League.
Mm-hmm.
And then they were worse the year that they won the Champions League.
I think
Like
the
for
Centurions were
example,
better.
No, you know
the
what? I don't
Centurions
think
were
that
amazing.
I don't think the Centurions were better. I think that the team the next year with Sterling and Sane,
Was Sane not in the Centurions? I thought he was.
he was, but he was also in that next year's team.
Oh, okay. Now, I'm thinking
Yeah.
about the Sterling Sane Aguero one.
The team that lost to Spurs in the quarterfinals of the Champions League.
That's the one I was
Oh,
thinking
yeah,
about.
yeah,
That's the one I was thinking about.
Yeah,
That I think that was the best team. Like for sure.
that's probably our best team that we put out for
No,
sure.
but the thing that I was saying that I think because Greg mentioned it, he kind of has a point because you were saying so Haaland in terms of number, he's done something that Aguero hasn't, but you could say the same for Trent as a right back in terms of numbers compared to Gary Neville.
In terms of what numbers though? What numbers are we talking about?
What do you
Bro,
mean?
he's
Assistant
one
numbers?
of the like. I swear his assist numbers are like are top 10 in the Premier League history. If I'm
I don't Trent?
correct me if I'm wrong.
No, not Trent. No. That can't be.
I don't know, but he has the best season like in terms of assists for defenders, no?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Like no doubt about that. Like
So
goal
like
contributions wise,
he-
he's like
he has
far,
produced
far,
he has
far ahead
produced he
of
has
any
produced
defender.
yeah, he's produced numbers that nobody else in that position has.
Can we
before.
can we get these analytics though? Because right now we're saying he's produced, but we don't actually have like. We
Oh
have
no,
the
I don't know.
numericals.
I don't know the top 10, but 100% he has the most assists in terms of like in a season from a fullback. I'm pretty sure him and Robertson as well. Those are the two ones. There was that year that they were literally going band for band, bro.
Trent is 19th all time, but still, man, he's ahead of like quite a lot of players. You know, Gareth Barry, who has the most Premier League appearances. You know, he's ahead of Sterling. He's ahead of Mahrez. You know,
So in 2019, Trent set the record for the most assists in a season for a defender. In 2020, he broke his own record with 13 assists.
he has
So-
more Premier League assists than Eden Hazard of all time.
Trent gets a little bit more freedom because of his ability on the ball, right? He doesn't have as much defensive responsibility, correct?
Mhm.
But what if he had to have that defensive responsibility?
But I'm debating the thing that you said that Haaland, I will put him in because he's produced numbers that Aguero didn't, right?
Mhm.
And I'm saying if you take it by that logic, you can apply that logic to Trent versus Neville as well for the one before. See what I mean?
You know what's funny? Robertson has 5 less premises than Trent.
Yeah, I know. I'm telling you,
And he's better defensively.
We have one Haaland. Serge had Henry in there. Greg had who did Greg have? I forget.
Henry and Aguero, but
Okay. I had Aguero as my striker. So we're going to leave this for now. We're going to go to our left wing, okay? So Henry was my left winger.
Henry.
Merrick said Henry. You also had Henry as well, Greg, in there in your
Yeah.
formation with
Yeah,
Aguero. Now, Serge is the only one that didn't have Aguero.
Serge
He
is
had Henry
what?
as a striker.
Greg,
So who
where
was-
did Henry
who was-
play?
no, he played.
my-
they played a two. They played a two
They played
striker
a two,
formation.
though. Yeah, they played a two, Bergkamp and
They
him.
played a two.
But anyway, Serge, who was your left winger?
My left winger was David Silva. I just couldn't leave him out, you know. And in comparison to the impact that any other Arsenal winger had, I just had to choose him. And then he's also in my team a little bit of a hybrid winger, you know.
Okay.
And he's top 10 in Premier League assists.
So Henry, I think, would be our left, okay? And then Aguero has 2 votes. Haaland has 1. And Bergkamp has 2 as well. Okay? So Haaland is not in our combined 11, unfortunately. Okay? Now, the question that we have is 2 Aguero, 2 Bergkamp, and 2 Rodri. With that information, How do you want to do it? You could put Bergkamp as the striker. You could put Aguero as a striker.
If
You
I'm
could
gonna
put
pull a
Bergkamp in the
Greg,
middle.
then I'm gonna vote Aguero. There's no way we're gonna move Bergkamp into a striker. You know, like there's no way Bergkamp is gonna play striker over Aguero. There's no way.
Okay.
By the
Alright.
way, Bergkamp is top 6 in Premier League assists.
Yeah.
David Silva is top 7.
Yeah. Class numbers. Okay, so then you switched from Haaland to Aguero, which makes sense because you were honestly torn between the two. So Aguero has 3 votes then right now. So he is our striker. So the only 50-50 that is left for us then is Bergkamp and Rodri. Okay, so Greg and Serge had Bergkamp. Me and Merrick had Rodri. Up to you guys. Do you want to discuss any further on them, or do you want to just leave it as a 50?
What does Serge have him as though like on a vote? Like what position?
I had De Bruyne, Vieira, double pivot, Bergkamp at Cam.
Bergkamp at
behind
Cam?
Henry. You know what? That's the duo. That's probably that's the second best duo in Premier League history after Rooney Ronaldo. Don't fix what's not broken.
I'll be honest with you. I'll be first. I don't think I would switch my Rodri to Bergkamp.
Okay, so then the vote right now is between Bergkamp and Rodri, right? That's what we're doing as a tiebreak.
Yeah.
Okay.
So either we vote on it or we just leave it as a 50-50, and I don't know.
I think we got to vote on it. I think we got to vote on it.
But no one's gonna budge.
Okay, so
I wouldn't have a problem with it. I mean, having De Bruyne, Vieira, Rodri, sure, it offers you a lot of possession based, style of play, but it's just not how I want it to play or how I prefer to play. I know it's domination, but like it's just very systematic. You really need I feel like you will really need a Pep type of manager to work with that. Whereas I'm picturing myself as a manager.
Personally, I can't change Bergkamp.
I understand. Yeah, I understand why.
Not even from the bias standpoint, but
Beyond
from,
bias,
from the standpoint of just Bergkamp is a Premier League great. He's like Premier League Hall of Famer. Like he's been in the league for a lot longer than Rodri has. Rodri's been in the league for about 2-3 years? 3 years now.
No, bro. What are you saying?
No, brother. No.
When
4
was
years.
it
4
that he
years.
went? 4 years.
Rodri,
4 years.
4 years.
Yeah.
Anyways.
5
No,
years.
five.
it's been more. Yeah.
Five,
5
5,
years.
yeah.
Anyways,
He didn't win the league the first year.
Bergkamp was in the league for like over 10 years.
Yeah.
He's an invincible.
But I feel like when you look at players, like both of them are high quality players, you kind of look into the awards that they've won as well, bro.
I think Rodri's more accomplished.
He is.
Sure. Sure.
How
But
many-
That's a Ballon d'Or winner.
Yeah.
I think some respect has to be put on that.
So Rodri has
sure,
5
but at the same
EPLs.
time, the Premier League wasn't as high quality. With City winning the league, City didn't have as many competitors as Arsenal. Arsenal had to face the great Manchester United of the early 2000s and
What's
the
this
late
Liverpool team? What is this? What are we talking
Chelsea.
about?
And Chelsea.
and Chelsea. And Chelsea for sure.
Yo, none of those teams have consistently put up the same amount of points that Liverpool has competing for the title.
Yeah,
Liverpool was putting up 90 plus points.
something. Yeah.
Yeah, like
but didn't Rodri in 2 title races have to face Arteta's Arsenal? And like, come on, I'm an Arsenal fan, but like, it's not as high quality as like, Chelsea or Man United or Liverpool.
So last season's was Arsenal, right?
2 years now.
Wait.
The year before was Arsenal.
When did Bergkamp leave Arsenal? What year?
06.
Yeah. When did Mourinho get there? Wasn't it 04, 05?
No, because it was after Porto. When did he win the Champions League with Porto? 2004?
Yeah.
was
He
04,
won the
05.
Champions League for 2004.
Exactly. So it wasn't against
So
Chelsea.
my brother didn't even face him.
But Chelsea was still good. I
He
mean,
faced-
like, do we really think that Liverpool team was better than what's it called, Man United? Like in those
Look
years
at them.
for
Look,
Chelsea?
they
I don't know,
two-time
they're up
Champions
there,
League
bro.
winners.
I can't lie.
Sorry, one time Champions League winners. One time Champions
Bro,
League winners.
Liverpool
90 plus
getting
points.
90 something points, bro.
The season that they
But-
lost the league to us, they had 98 points.
That's insane.
It's true. It is true. It is insane.
Okay.
Is that the defining factor though that will make them better than like at early 2000s?
If it wasn't for this Pep team, that Liverpool team probably would have been the greatest Premier League team.
But so we're
They
saying
would
that
win the league
Liverpool
every
was-
year.
So we're saying that Liverpool is their main contenders, but like we said,
Liverpool's our main
Rodri's been,
rival.
sure, but like I said, Rodri's been in the league for what, 5 years, and
5, yeah.
two of the title races were against Arsenal. So you know
That is a good point.
that's only pretty much half of the title races were against Liverpool.
Yeah, so Rodri and Bergkamp, it doesn't look like anyone is going to budge. So we'll just leave that as a 50-50, honestly. Yeah, we'll just leave that as a 50-50 as of right now.
I would, for the sake of agreeing, put Aguero up front, Henry on the left, and what's his name, De Bruyne at the camp, with Rodri in a double pivot. For the sake of agreeing.
Beautiful. There we go. Okay, that's basically our 11. I will list out our 11 again, just as a recap. Okay, boys. So, in net we have Ederson. Left back we have Ashley Cole. Right back we have Kyle Walker. In defense we have a duo of Kompany and Adams. And then our midfield trio is Patrick Vieira, Rodri, KDB. Right wing we have Riyad Mahrez. Left wing we have Thierry Henry. And striker we have Kun Aguero. Okay? Do we want to do coach as well?
Come on, man.
It's hard.
Come on. Come on, man. Come on,
It's
man.
hard. It's hard. It's
Come
not as
on.
easy as we're making it seem.
Come
It's gonna
on,
be
man.
Pep, but it's not
Come
as
on.
easy as we're making it seem. Okay. Pep is top 2. Pep has to win, right? But like, it's not as easy as we're making it seem.
What does Wenger have over Pep?
Invincible.
Probably nothing.
That's it, yeah, I guess.
But
He brought a certain style of play into the Premier League.
yeah.
You know.
What I will say,
So did Pep.
no, but Wenger is a pioneer when it comes to like player nutrition and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like he was the one that kind of like started that in the Premier League. Like he actually is a pioneer when it comes to that. So to his credit, but I just think in terms of like Premier League success, I don't.
Pep was
Shout out
never
to
against
Wenger.
Sir Alex Ferguson, so
What? Pep was never what?
against Sir Alex Ferguson in the Prem. So there's no way to say that his success would have been similar to Wenger's if he was.
You can only look at the stats, and I don't know how many times Ferguson hit 90 points. You know, I don't know how many times he hit 90 plus points.
How many times did Pep win 13 Premier League titles?
He's halfway there.
He's halfway there.
Oh, there you go. Halfway there. He's halfway there. Thanks for answering that question.
You know, back in the day, Mans would be in fucking financial trouble if they fucking buy a 20 mil pound player. You know what I'm saying? Like times are different. Fam. A lot of teams couldn't really put money up like that back in the day.
Did we
Okay.
decide that City has more legends than Arsenal? Better legends than Arsenal? Is that what
That's
we
what I was
decided?
gonna say. More City fans ruined the life.
Let's see.
because we gave
One,
Rodri
two,
because we gave
three,
Rodri a
four.
pity appearance.
To be fair, mine had
Six.
6 City, 5 Arsenal without Rodri.
Yeah, right now we're 7-4. Right now we're 7-4.
Mine was
Right now
7-4, bro.
Yeah, mine was 6-5.
City 4.
Mine was 8-3.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Oh my god.
Shocker.
Jens Lehmann
This guy fucking.
Against Lemon.
and Ozil. Fair enough.
Yeah.
You can say whoever you like.
No, of course, yeah, of course, bro. Predictions for the games. Okay, what is the score going to be? Serge, I'll start it off with you, the unbiased man. What do you think?
I'm gonna say 2-2.
Okay,
It's a draw.
respectable.
I don't think
Respectable.
Arsenal will get over the line.
Okay, alrighty. Greg, what do you think?
Honestly, I'm not that confident going into it because we got Saka injured, and I don't know who else is going to be missing, but we've had injury issues all season. But I don't know. I still think we'll win. I think maybe one.
Unbiased.
one-
No, unbiased.
No, I'm biased. We're at home. We're the better team this season. Let's be real. Come on.
Oh shit!
One goal difference.
For the
I
healthier
say
team this season.
maybe 1-0, 2-1, something like that.
Is Lewis Skelly gonna play?
You got a red card.
Shit. That
They
makes
gave
it
him. They gave him a crazy red card.
Oh man. It's at the
Where-
Emirates. 2-2
Yeah,
draw.
what do you think?
2-2 draw.
2-2 as well.
Yeah.
You know why? Because I think City with this win is getting more confident and they seem to be scoring more goals as of recently, right? I think so. I think that they're gonna be coming in here like, yeah, I think we can definitely like humble these guys again. Stay
That
humble.
Chelsea win was a big win. I'll be honest.
Yeah, that was a big
So
win. I think they'll
Yeah.
come with
I do
confidence.
see that. I do see the points that City is picking up form, and Arsenal is not in the best form that we would like to be. We're missing our best player as well,
That's for
but
sure.
I don't know. Yeah, still a little confident.
Sure. Honestly, bro, I kind of see Arsenal winning. I can't lie, bro.
Would you put a rack on that?
No, I wouldn't, bro.
All right,
That's
so
why it's
then
a
we'll
prediction.
Okay.
But I would say a 2-1 for Arsenal.
Put a rack on 2-2.
I would put a
I
rack on
already
2
put a
2.
rack on 2-2.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
already
I
put
would
a
do
rack
that.
on it.
I'm confident in that prediction for sure.
I already
Send me
did.
that. Send me that. I'll get my FanDuel right now.
I'm dead, bro. There you guys have it. That is our combined 11 between Arsenal and Manchester City, along with our predictions for the anticipated game. The first one was a heated game, bro. I want the same. I want the Gabriel and Haaland beef again. I can't lie. I want that again, bro. I want him to. I don't know. I don't even know. I want Gabriel to be hitting him with the ball this time or some shit like that, bro. But yeah, there you guys have it. That was our lineup. 7 City Mans in there, I think, right? And then 4
7 to
Arsenal
4.
mans.
7 to 4.
Yeah, that was that was crazy. I can't. I mean, I kind of expected that was literally what I had, but yeah. Let us know what you guys think. Let us know who you would have in your combined 11 from everyone from Footy Gents, Serge, Greg, and our honorable guest today. We will see you guys on the next episode.